I recently left my job, and this was a decision that everyone in my life was telling me was a bad idea. So, why did I leave? I really think we're gonna engineer something superior to the human brain that runs at computer speed and that just has like absolutely unbelievable capabilities that runs 24/7. It's coming. That's the first signal. But then there was also an inward signal. What was my soul, my whatever, my curiosities, my interests, my passions, what were they telling me? These are coming from the inside, and these were the most important thing once I understood that I need to leave. There's this concept of input oriented versus output oriented. Computer science, why did it work so well for me? It was an output oriented major. What does that mean? It means that as a computer science major across most of your courses, all of them in fact, for me, you get a problem statement. It's 2 pages at most. Usually it's a paragraph. Usually it might even be a line. And then what do you do? From there, you've taken in just a little bit of input, and then for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 hours, just output, 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 output. We always hear this, you learn best by doing. Well, that's exactly what output oriented is. This is actually how AI learns. If you actually go into the technical details of how AI learns, how machine learning happens, it's literally learning by doing. Every single sample of input, the AI to learn has to make a prediction of what it thinks, basically, like of the input, what do you make of it, and produce an output. Every single input, these things, remember, are going through these massive, like large language models. They're going through the internet's worth of data. And every single input it takes in, it has to produce a prediction, it has to produce an output. Now think about school and how we learn. It's in environments where it's just constant input and very little output. So I'm an output-oriented person, and everyone should figure out, does this input-oriented society where we just need to take in all this information, does it actually work for how my brain works? What I ultimately ended up doing was realizing, hey, I actually want to create companies from the ground up. I want to found them. I think by nature, a lot of people are entrepreneurial, and that's more output-oriented. I actually left work to start a video game startup. I went to the NVIDIA conference last week, and I pivoted into a health startup. And this idea is self-aware. Also trying to just, like, I'm taking these different avenues. This is the first time I ever recorded a video like this. And I'm very happy. It was actually super spontaneous. I didn't plan for it in the day, but I realized, hey, this is something I've been wanting to do for 4 years. I'm suddenly having all these ideas in my head after taking a 3-hour walk. Something you can do when, yeah. Figure out what your strengths are, who you are, what you want to do, what you're curious about, what you're passionate about, and do those things. When you do something with so much passion, you bring energy to it, and you're just more likely to succeed.